Hello, this is Jim Duffy of Refining Fire Chiles. As you can hear the insects singing in the background from the woods behind my home, I like to film or do stuff close to nighttime because it's been 90 degrees here in July with like 80% humidity. So it's difficult to film out here in the full sun anyway. Besides, the heat is just pretty intense right now. The chili plants love it, but human beings don't. And I'm a human being. So anyway, this is another video of the Chili Chronicles. What we are doing is we are going to chronicle with video and talk about and give a little bit of background on every chili that we grow every year. Now, of course, if some of these chilies we grow again next year for seed production and plant production are the same as the year before, we won't be doing another video on them again, but we're going to try to do a video on everything that we're growing every year until we cover everything in our catalog. This is to educate y'all on the chilies. You can always read the little paragraph on my website, but why not hear my wonderful, sultry, sexy voice? You know, that puts a lot of people to sleep when I talk excessively. But why not hear my voice describing the chili and what it is? So, what you're looking at right now is Vicente's Sweet Habanero. Now, when I originally grew this about 4 years ago, I thought it was one of those mild, no-heat Caribbean chilies like Trinidad Pimento or Trinidad Perfume or Ají Dulce or Dulce. That's what I thought it was. And then I took a bite out of it and I go, ooh, this has a decent level, not an extreme level, but a decent level of habanero heat. Much to my surprise, which did surprise me. Vicente Sweet Habanero is very fruity, and it's very, very productive. So, all of these red habaneros, chocolate habaneros, peach habaneros, yellow habaneros, they all are going to have a similarity in flavor, just letting you know. But to the trained taster or chef or to your palate or however you say that, just like, there's a whole bunch of grapes that are purple, but they don't all taste the same. You will notice some differences, and some will become your favorites, and some will not. That's just the way it is in the world of chili. So I encourage you, always try out some new red varieties if you like red varieties, chocolate or brown varieties if you like chocolate or brown, or yellow varieties, and on and on and on. I really take a liking to the orange and red varieties, especially the orange. And there's not too many varieties that have an orange color. There are some, but anyhow, as I digress. Vicente Sweet Habanero is from the island of St. Vicentes in the Caribbean. It is used in making fresh sauces and salsas. The plants average about 3 to 4 feet tall. These are plants I had last year. I kept going, and which I don't really do, but Georgia, with this humid weather, and now that I have a greenhouse, I have the option of overwintering. In California, the weather was kind of dry in the winter, and I didn't have a greenhouse, so they were outdoors in a dry winter, and they just most of the time got crappy and weren't worth keeping alive. But here in Georgia, it seems to be a different story. That doesn't mean I'm going to start overwintering hundreds of plants, because I don't feel like doing that. So, it's used in fresh salsas. For you fire eaters, you'll probably chop it up and put it on a sandwich or a salad. It's a very delicious pepper. And it's a very productive pepper. Let's take a look underneath and see all the pods underneath here. And underneath here. And folks, I've already picked up on this plant, on these plants pretty heavily already. Let's look under here again. And see, that one's getting a little bit of a pointy tail on it, kind of like a scorpion shape. That doesn't mean we have another phenotype. People, if you have another phenotype, that means you grow something. Let's just an example. You grow a chili and all the peppers are round. And then one of your varieties that you planted, being that you know you didn't have any cross-pollination, the peppers come out long and not as round. And majority of the peppers of that plant are long and not round. That's a different phenotype. Just because you got different shaped peppers on the same plant doesn't mean they're all different phenotypes. That's stupid. That is just stupid. And this is why the horticultural and the agricultural communities of the world, especially in the United States, laugh out of us, a lot of us chili people, when they see our YouTube videos or us talking on social media, and we say, oh, we got another phenotype. No, you don't. You know, if I go through these couple plants right here, I'm probably going to find like 50 different variations. They're all going to be similar, but there's going to be a lot of different variations. I mean, here's some green ones. Now, these 3 green ones you see right here, they're pretty close to one another in shape and size. But, you know, this one's got a little bit of a nipple or a tail. This one's a little bit flatter and saucer shape. These aren't different phenotypes. Weather, humidity, watering, feeding, soil, there's so many factors that go in, can affect a pepper's shape, size, flesh texture, and even coloration. Won't change the color completely, but it'll make it lighter or darker, or yellowish orange instead of just yellow. Keep that in mind. All these people posting on social media saying they've got, look at all these different phenotypes on my plant. That's friggin' ignorant and dumb. That's ignorant and dumb. People, I'm not young anymore. Long after I'm gone, I hope this community gets better and people get more educated and people start saying the right things. Things that line up with science and botany and horticulture. Not making up stuff that you heard some other fool say on social media. Come on now. Come on now. Let's all strive to give the correct information to our fellow chili growers, especially the newer ones and the younger ones and the children that we raise. So we'll look better. We'll be more professional. Anyway, that's the passion I had. You may not share it. You may go like, who the hell is he to tell us this? Well, I'm the Pepper King. I'm Jim Duffy. And I have a passion for peppers, not just making money with them. So, you know, heed what I say or not. Won't make a difference long after I'm gone, because I won't care when I'm gone. Anyway, this is a Vicente Sweet Habanero from St. Vincent's Island in the Caribbean. Got a nice fruity flavor. Got a good, respectable habanero heat level. Sometimes it's a really mild habanero heat level. You know, it's going to vary on growing conditions. And it's great chili to grow. So I hope you've learned something today. Seeds are at superhotchilies.com. And you know what? You can be assured that we isolate everything we grow 100%. And we are the largest independent, not corporate, chili seed seller in the United States. And we've been doing it longer than anybody else, except for one guy who I'm not going to mention, who's, he never has had any varieties as me, but he's been around a heck of a lot longer. And one day we'll talk about him on video. So So you take care.